From coping to choosing is a conversation for those who are ready to stop living on autopilot, myself included, and start living with intention, well being, purpose, and possibility. Because 55 plus means your prime is not behind you. That is something we must unlearn and claim. It begins the moment you choose yourself, your health, your peace, your growth, and the life you truly were meant to live. And to have that conversation, to lead that conversation, we have, of course, Renee Procenko, our wonderful co host, founder of GetRightSites.ca. And you got me, Carolina Billings, founder of Powerful Women Today. Welcome, Renee.
Welcome and hello, everybody. This is a great topic because I've been thinking about that. I speak for myself. I have been, I think, over the years, conditioned to just manage, right? Like to manage my life, manage my household, manage my kids, manage my money, manage my parents, and it. All of this managing is, I think, kind of kept me stuck in a mode of management, stuck in middle management, not even, upper management.
Middle management, that's hilarious.
Right. So yeah, and you said it right at the beginning. It's really making that pivot from focusing on responsibility to focusing on, desire, right? Like
Yeah,
what?
and you know what? You're absolutely right. You're in I don't know if it is a woman thing, if it is a mother thing, if it is an entrepreneur thing. I don't know. Probably we'll figure it out and solve your world peace in the next, 20 so minutes. But what you just said is really important because and of course my son pointed it out to me when he came to my backyard. He said, you only think of your backyard as work. You don't think of it as luxury and relaxation, although it's a nice backyard, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. I do, right? Is anytime I'm out there, I'm working. But if I don't do it, who would do it?
Well,
It's
and that's
exactly
right.
what you just said. Like, yes, you're managing all these things that need to be managed, that it would be just lovely to experience them as luxury. But if you don't do it, who would do it?
And that's reality for a lot of us, isn't it? Like it's yes, we can all hold read the book and imagine, okay,
Or write
so
the book.
right. Okay, all right. So I want to redesign my life because yes, I'm sick and tired of being, I shouldn't say sick and tired, I'll take that back. I'm done with being the
That's
middle
okay.
manager.
You said it because you felt it.
Yes, but
Okay.
I don't want to put it out there. I don't like that sick and tired thing. So I want to graduate from middle management and really start to explore who am I now.
To the me suite.
Yes.
Instead of the C suite, I want to be in the me suite.
Totally. And only one chair allowed in there, and it's my chair. Not a high chair, my chair.
Not a wheelchair. High chair.
No.
Not that there's anything wrong with wheelchairs, but you know what I mean.
Did you
We
say
meant
beach
it
chair?
as an outcome of getting older, not as a incapacity.
Yeah, like you're retired, so strap yourself into your wheelchair or your rocking chair for. You probably meant rocking chair.
Thank you. Let's make that a rocking chair instead.
Yeah, right. And it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm checking out. But you're right. Reality is I'm busy now. Is that necessarily a good thing? Am I keeping myself busy so that I don't do the hard work of doing, looking at the redesigning, doing the internal excavating, right? To really craft a different outcome.
Or is it about control and identity?
There's that.
Right?
Yeah. Say more about that.
Is the other side of the coin of the duty and responsibility, which is real. Somebody's got to do it, right? All these things. But what is at the other side of the coin? Is it there's got to be a secondary gain, right? Just like with everything we do and that we hang on to, there is a secondary gain. So in our case, are we, heavy's the head that wears the crown, right? You lead, you're a very high leader of your family, and proudly so. It's a matriarchy, as well as a patriarchy. But anyways,
It's more of a personality.
we'll
I
leave
think,
that to another episode.
yeah.
But we choose to lead, right? And funny because we just had that conversation for our Leading with Faith track, and we choose to lead. But is that coping or is it choosing?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Hmm. Well, it's interesting because if I want to examine who am I now and really focus on change for the second half of my life, then clearly I need to make room for that change to happen and start making some meaningful decisions. I mean, look at you, for example. You've just talked about the big yard, and yes, you could look at it from the lens of luxury, right, versus the lens of work. You know,
I
things.
love how you
A
call it the
huge.
big yard instead of the backyard. Or like the heavy yard.
The big yard. So it comes with a big to-do list, especially now it's spring, right? And we're all doing spring tidy up of our yards. But you've at least made the decision to make a change moving forward, right? You've decided that you want to move
Or so
into
the story goes.
a right, into a completely different style of home that will really assist you in the you that you're becoming for your second half of life. So
Correct.
at least you're taking action. I always say to my husband, who's a realtor, I say, I want to move. I've been saying that for 5 years. I'm still here. And for me, I now have to look at, am I taking that? Is that someday I'll, they say it's a place you don't want to visit. Someday someday we'll move. Someday I'll write my book. Someday,
Oh, I'm making
but
sure you write your book.
thank
That
you.
is,
Because
you can take that to the bank, everyone.
I would like to take that off my someday I'll list. But yeah, time's ticking, right? And now with respect to moving, I think I've come to the place where I'm not going to move. I'm just going to stay here for at least another couple of years. So yeah, it's just a series of changes and decisions that we have to make moving
You know
forward.
what? From personal experience, I'm telling you, um, moving or changing homes is a multi-year project. Is, just clearing out, like I have boxes in my basement that have not been opened since we moved here and put them in the basement,
Oh, I feel your pain on that. Yeah.
right? So really when you think, oh, I'm going to sell my house, like, good lord, like, there's so many things that come up, right? Now you and I have different type properties, but still is age wise, I mean, like we're in the same neighborhood, but just the type. Mine's a century home, yours is it's a beautiful multi-level, big home. I think the only thing they have in common is that they're corner lots, but still, which means a lot more work and a lot more maintenance. So really, so now you're not coping with staying in your home, you're choosing,
Good
right? Like,
point. Yeah.
that is what we're saying. Like, is that reconciliation between, coping and choosing? And in the process, one of the things that I love about my house, and funny enough, because when my son was here, it was one of the things he liked the least, is that when you're outside, it's a very friendly area, part of town, And being at the intersection that I'm in, and everybody has to stop at the stop sign, right? So if you're all stop signs, because it's like 4 stop signs. When you're out there doing any kind of work, everyone just feels like they can roll their window and tell you what they think. It's the most hilarious thing. Like and the comments are just, I don't know, surreal, right? To me,
Like,
it's a source of amusement. Like they'll roll the window. It's like, oh, you're giving your house so much love, or love your gardens, great job, or when you're done, whatever pruning, come do my backyard. Like at one point, I said to someone, "Yeah, I'll put the quote in your mailbox." Like, no, for free. Yet there's
good
all this
answer.
quirkiness. And mind you, I live in the quirky side of town. We are in a historical village, right? And trust me, it takes a certain degree of I was going to say lunacy, but I'm going to say of commitment to live in these historical homes. So, anyways, I was out there painting the painting the picket fence. Talk about idealism. And a gentleman, and it's funny because there's many men that make comments, which
Oh,
normally you think is just women that do, but I get a lot of gentlemen commenting. Thank you, gentlemen, for the male perspective. And so I'm painting the front of the picket fence, right, the gate, and the gentleman with was walking his dog, and he said, "It must be hard to let it go about the
oh,
house, right?" And
yeah.
really, when people say something to you or about you, they're really saying what they feel. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And it caught me by surprise because I have been such in a huff and puff to get out of here that having a hard time letting go wasn't a consideration at that point, right? And but to honor his feelings, because clearly that's what he was thinking.
It's on
And I
his
said,
mind. Yeah.
part of it, yes, it is hard to let go because it's a beautiful home and it's been called an emotional home, which is another episode. And but I said, it's also a lot of work, right? And I'm here by myself, so it's either a big budget or is just a lot of work, and it's nonstop. And again, back to the coping or choosing. It's either I choose to live in such a high maintenance home, right? And shut the duck about it, or I sit and gripe. But if you're sitting and griping about it, to what end? Like, what's the benefit of that?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, and I think it circles back to as well alignment. As we move through these different seasons of our life, are we right now? I'm still in the mode of I'm choosing to continue to garden and like my gardens. Mine aren't quite as much work as yours are, but I'm still enjoying that. But I will be moving into a season, I'm sure, where that's run its course, and
You're
it will be time for
also
me.
you're also enjoying seeing the home without your kids, so you're not there as a mom. You're there as a homeowner that
Yes.
now gets to see your home at its potential or at its vision that you had for it without compromising it, for a bigger priority, which is your family, right?
Is that a fancy way of saying my house stays clean now, as opposed to
No,
it
it's not
never
just
could
clean.
before?
It's
Two
not
boys.
just clean. It's clean and um clean and really realizing the vision that you had for it. Because it's more than just cleanliness. Because I know
Yes.
you. I think your home would have been clean if you had 7 dwarfs in it, right? Like, as in Snow White. I'm really hitting all the. I'm insulting someone along the way. I am so sorry for it. I do not. Trust me, I'm former HR. I do not mean
I
anything
don't know.
bad
I
by
don't
it.
know.
But the point is, it's just like, even after my son left, first I got to experience it after my divorce, right? I have a picture in my house, which I don't think you've seen. But anyways, that says happiness is um, a closet full of shoes and a room full of books. So
Mm,
ever since I went on my own, I have designed a home based on me and my
I
vision,
see.
right?
I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it wasn't until my son got his own home, which he got to realize his vision for what his home ought to be, that I have not been able to really set it up how I want to see it. And
Hmm.
that when where you put things is where you find them again, kind of thing, right?
Imagine.
We,
Yes.
foreign concept. But so the fact that you've given yourself a few years to stay there is really to complete that chapter in from what I see and from what I
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. And it's funny when I remember, so because I live on a corner, I have two side yards. I don't have a backyard, right? I have a pool on one side of my yard, and I have vegetable gardens and grass on the other side of my house. And when my kids were small, I did not allow the pool side to become like this area of bunch of plastic colorful toys. It's like, no, that's not happening. Mom needs to go out and see, somewhat of an oasis, right? I mean, we had toys in the pool, but then they got put away after. But on the other side of the house, knock
but
yourself
they
out
were in
was,
neutral tones
yes, yes,
and they blended with the backyard.
lots of seashells, and yes.
Yes,
And
yes.
they got to, design their thing on the other side of the house. All that to say, you're right, but I have to say, I did having a house with two boys. I did keep some element of boundaries where I had my own zones of zen, right? But now you're right; those zones have spread to the entire house, and it's lovely. It's
And
lovely.
it is, you know what? And you and I are very different, but we're very alike. Like when, during my family years, I used to have two Christmas trees. One decorated in the English style that my son's dad was used to, like putting, every macaroni ornament that the kid made on the tree. And then that was in the family room, and then there was a Christmas tree that was, worthy of Martha Stewart at the time, in the living room.
I
And
love that.
in most people that came understood the psychosis of it. But you know what? I was happy. I had my tree, they had their tree, they had multiple color lights. Mine were all white. And it's just and I understand with everything that is happening in the world, what we're mentioning may seem shallow, but it's actually the opposite. Is because of all the things that are burning and hurting and suffering in the world, finding small little luxuries within your area of influence and within your environment that matter the most. And you ought to do them. If I don't know, if I used to have porch lights, those beautiful patio lights, and I took them down because a realtor told me that I needed to take all the personal stuff down. She shall remain nameless.
Well,
Um,
was it me? No, it wasn't
it
me.
was you.
Oh, I
It
don't
was
remember your porch
so
lights.
you. Anyways, well, yeah, because they were not there for long after you saw them. But I really miss them, especially now in the summer. So if this prolongs any longer, they're going back up. And but is now they might go up better and they may go up a little more intentionally than they were before. But
That's a
it,
happy
that,
compromise.
that is the well, you can supervise the approve the plans and supervise the
I'll
installation.
I'll help you.
But the but the main thing is exactly that, right? From coping to choosing is really taking stock of your life. And listen, we're not going to mince words that to tell you, that everyone is at a certain economic, point, even between us, right? Like, you guys are a double income household and you both work extremely hard, and I am witness to that. And I've been blessed that I've been able to provide, for my family on my own for, since my divorce. And it's been hard, but and that's still, like, at a point that make me a little tone deaf to people who have not able to do that, right? So, which is really what brings us to, our 1 million woman challenge. And today, we're really super excited because multiple things are happening at once. One of them is that Renee is launching her wing of the Procenko group, and she's become founder of right sizing getrightsized.ca. And you're already the co-founder of the Procenko group, but now you have your very own brand within the brand. And I am so excited to walk this journey with you. And so one of the things that we're doing today is that Renee is she's joining our 1 million woman challenge as one of our, champions, of course. And you have a gift for women all over the world. And well, tell us about getrightsized.ca, and tell us about the gift that you're sharing now within our 1 million woman challenge.
Thank you. Yes, it's actually a guide. It's called the Ultimate Right Sizing Guide, and it's even though it's centered around right sizing a home, it's much more than that, and it certainly applies to women in all age groups, because it's not necessarily downsizing. It's whatever the next home is for you that aligns with what you are today and what you want your life to be tomorrow. And it's great in that it's a step-by-step process to help you, just things to think about, questions to answer. I think there's even a quiz in there if I remember correctly. So it's I would love for you to have it. Folks, take it, read it, enjoy it, and hopefully it leads you to what your next decision, transition, or just alignment is for what you see next in your life.
Yeah, I read it. As soon as you sent the link, I signed up for it. So you'll see my name on it.
I did see a name. I didn't know if it was yours. So. Oh, I saw somebody downloaded it.
It was me.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It's very robust. Like, I was expecting a 1-2 page PDF, like, which is what most people call guides as their gifts, but yours is an ebook. Like,
Oh yeah. It's 6
it's
pages, I
very
think.
robust.
Yeah.
And
I put a lot of work into it.
yeah, and I glanced through it, and I was certainly having aha moments as I was reading it. So, and I did not
Good.
have any part on that publishing. Although, when it comes to an ebook, yes, I will be there every step of the way. And that is brilliant. So tell me, when you got inspired, because the 1 million woman challenge is part of Powerful Women Today, which is one of our sister brands, and really the origin story to PWT Global and such. So it has to do with the status of women. And the reason is important, and by status we don't mean privilege. We certainly mean the economic empowerment and the emotional empowerment of women. And I know in the work that you do, especially since you guys specialize in the 55 plus demographic,
Mm-hmm.
you work primarily with couples, but you do come across single women and single men, of course.
I would say it's 50-50.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, actually it's funny. I was with a single woman yesterday, whose husband passed away about 5 years ago. And she reached out to me. She was happy. She said, Renee, I would just like to go see what some condos are like. I don't want to move for a couple of years. I'm enjoying my gardens. I have no mobility issues, all those things. And then as it turned out, we went to see a condo for market education, not for her to buy it. And she said, oh my God,
This
I love
is
this place, and ended up, she's in the process of buying it. But the reason I bring that up is because there was one point where she got all teary-eyed because
mm,
she just had a moment of thinking about all the memories in the home that she had 45 years invested in her life. And she's now, uh, went past go collect their $200, as you like to say, Carolina, and is moving forward, aligning, making a decision with this next chapter that she's ready to now embrace. And some people do it in little increments, and some people just, well, she did. She said, okay, take me out for market education. And then poof, all of a
well,
sudden we went from little steps to a big step. But it
you know,
happens sometimes with
it's what I
people.
call the pull and the push, right?
Say more about
Whenever
that.
you're entering a new phase, or you feel change is needed, you need both, a pull and a push. That's usually, well, that's usually what makes change a lot more palatable and also longer lasting, because I know part of what may be delaying some areas of some steps, drastic steps that I need to take in order to perhaps move this property faster, is because I don't have a pool, right? Like it's not it's not like the lady that has seen, what they put, like seen it, smell, oh, I want to live here. Let's get rid, you know what I mean? Right now I just got the push.
Mm,
And the push is what we resist the most,
mm.
right?
Well, we better get out and look at some condos then. So you can, I'm telling you, she saw, it
Because she
was the
saw
second,
herself in a new reality.
she did, she saw her grandchildren here. She saw ease, and she saw a different life, a different lifestyle.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need for anything lasting. And this is why the right size is good. And this is why, as soon as you and I met and I understood what you did, I knew I was interested in collaborating with you from the get-go,
Mm,
because is that whole right sizing, that whole mind shift is so powerful for women. And it can be anything. It can be, that's why a lot of people leave bad relate that's one of the reasons. I'm not saying it's right, because I've insulted already a couple of people, so let's go full throttle. And that's a lot of the reason why people have affairs, because I'm not saying it's the only reason, but it's one of the reasons. Because when, as soon as they meet someone, it becomes the pool. Now, if you have an affair that gives you a taste of a different relationship, which you then pursue, meaning you come clean, you end what needed ending, and then you move on. I'm not saying go cheat and lie and get into that whole business. That's not it. But that is the push and the pull. So, and you need both, right?
mm, mhm.
Ideally, you have the push and the pull in the same direction. And we'll have a whole episode on the push and the pull, as to how it makes change long lasting, and how do you know it's meaningful, right? Because when something, like, if someone's not ready to move back to homes, so let's leave the cheaters cheating. If someone is not ready to move, no amount of cold knocking, door knocking, or offers are gonna get them to move. Not if they love their home. Not if there's no push. No amount of pull will do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or if the pain point isn't high enough, or yeah, all of those things.
Correct. Or they
Yeah.
may, because now they didn't realize, things. But the point is, right? In order for you to examine the possibilities, you need to get out of the house. If you want to, I always told people when I was in human resources, if you're unhappy with your job, go look for a job. Two things are going to happen. You're either going to find
Exactly.
one, or you're going to be grateful for the one you got. Or you may feel
That's right.
trapped, but that's just going to the dark side, right? But the
Yeah.
point is, do something about it.
Yeah, you're right. Because once you make that decision, exactly what you say, take a step forward, even if it's a baby step, like, hey, I'll go look at a condo. I don't want to buy. I'm not moving for 2 years. Um, we break free of the maintenance or the maintaining of what is and what was, right? Like we're in that
But
middle
we're still,
management,
yeah, middle manage.
you know,
Yes,
as
middle
opposed
manage.
to choosing what could be next. And we don't know until we take that little baby step. So I
You
really
know,
like
you
what you
don't know.
said.
Another of my favorite ethos, that you don't know what you don't know, right? And until you give yourself the grace to explore without judgment, mainly of yourself, and without worry of what anybody else is going to think.
Well,
Right.
I know an easy way for all the folks out there to explore all of these concepts and so much more is to come to our event, our live event happening in Markham on Saturday, September 12th. And it's called Living in Your Prime. We've got so many wonderful speakers that are going to be there. We've got vendors selling gorgeous wares, and it's going to be a great day,
And
fabulous lunch.
there's a secret scandal storyteller that's going to blow our mind. I tell you that, because I'm already like super excited about it.
Yeah, and we're going to have our, oh, I won't tell that secret just yet. We'll keep that for the
We
next
got lots
episode.
of secrets. Well,
Lots of
Renee and I
secrets.
are just that way.
Yeah, yeah, it's all good. It's
Especially
all
with the
good.
big hair, there's secrets in there.
It's one over
All
here.
right, my darling. Thank you so
So
much.
you're very welcome. And please, Carolina, if you could link for everyone or anyone who might be interested, please link my Ultimate Right Sizing Guide
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
comments below. Enjoy it, folks. I hope it's helpful for you. And yeah, thank you for this episode
Great.
today. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time.